Welcome to Cell House Rock, where we dumb down science concepts so that you might be able to wrap your head around it, but we aren't making any promises. We will be discussing the parts of a cell and how those parts of a cell relate to household items in your everyday life.
Starting off with the nucleus. The nucleus contains most of the genes in a eukaryotic cell and controls and regulates the cell. It also houses all of the chromosomes in the cell. Basically, this just controls everything in the cell and keeps them in check. Representing the nucleus of our house is Audrey's beautiful mother who, like a nucleus, produces and keeps the genetic information needed for the house while also controlling and regulating the activities going on inside of the house. Looking inside the nucleus is the nucleolus, which creates and regulates ribosomes, which synthesizes DNA for creating copies of those proteins using blueprints of past proteins. And what's going on inside of a parent's head? Recycling, because they're trying to make themselves feel better about our dying planet. Recycling can be compared to the nucleolus because the nucleolus controls ribosomes, which uses past DNA proteins to create blueprints of new DNA proteins using past ones, basically recycling DNA.
Next up is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is responsible for the synthesis of lipids such as phospholipids and cholesterol. It also helps with the detoxification of drugs or poison and transports toxins out of the cell. A garbage can is where you put all of your trash, and after you put your trash in the garbage can, you take it out, and that also takes all of the toxins out of the house. This is similar to the smooth ER because it takes all of the toxins from one place and puts them in another so that it helps the cell stay clean.
Rough endoplasmic reticulum, also known as rough ER, aids in the synthesis of secretory and other protein, which helps in producing new membranes. It also carries proteins to targeted destinations, typically to the Google apparatus. A car is similar to rough ER by delivering the necessities humans need in order to function and live an eventful life.
Next is the Golgi apparatus. It is a factory in which proteins received from the endoplasmic reticulum are further processed and sorted for transportation to the eventual destinations. These proteins are then released into vesicles. A laundry basket is taking the laundry where it needs to be, whether it's dirty or clean. This relates to the Golgi apparatus because they are both taking certain things related to their use and putting them and taking them places that they need to go later. The mitochondria. Some may refer to this as the powerhouse of the cell, but it is so much more. It produces the energy necessary for the cell's survival and functioning. It is the site of cellular respiration, and it's the metabolic process that generates ATP by extracting energies from things like sugars, fats, and other fuels with the help of oxygen. A power box, which is similar to the mitochondria because it produces the electrical currents necessary to make the house functionable. Just like the mitochondria produces the energy from generating ATP, the power box produces energy by using the electrical currents.
Chloroplasts are able to produce energy through photosynthesis. It converts solar energy into chemical energy by absorbing sunlight and using it to drive the synthesis of organic compounds, like sugars from carbon dioxide and water. Solar power is sort of like chloroplasts since it converts sunlight into chemical energy by absorbing the sunlight and using it to power the house. A vacuole can and is used for digestion, storage, waste disposal, water balance, cell growth, and protection. A refrigerator is like a vacuole because a refrigerator stores all of the extra food and then you have to dispose of the food after it's been stored in the fridge for so long.
Lysosomes break down ingested substances, cell macromolecules, and damaged organelles for recycling. A vacuum also breaks down the crumbs or picks up the hair that lays on the floor, which then you will put it in the garbage can for disposal. Just like the lysosomes, the vacuum breaks down all of the unneeded pieces of dust, hair, anything nasty that doesn't need to be in there. Breaks them down, and then you get rid of them.
Cytoskeleton is a network of fibers extending throughout the cytoplasm, which plays a major role in organizing the structures and activities of the cell. A household item that is like a cytoskeleton is drywall. Drywall is able to secure the insulation inside of the wall and also help secure a lot of certain wires inside of the wall that is necessary for the household. Centrioles organize microtubules that serve as the cell's skeletal system. It is not essential for organizing, but can be very helpful. Organization in the household is like centrioles because it helps to organize different things in the house that doesn't have a place to go.
The plasma cell membrane is the lipid or fat layer that contains the cells, which controls what enters and leaves the cell. The outer walls or bricks of a house contain everything inside of the house and controls what enters and leaves. So just like the plasma cell membrane, it is a layer of wall, or in the cell membrane's case, lipids that control what enters and leaves and what is and holds everything together on the inside. Thank you for watching and listening to Cell House Rock, where we hope you learned the dumbed down version of the parts of a cell.